What's going on, people? Welcome to Football Carnage, and we are back with another press conference reaction from Xabi Alonso before our match against Mallorca. And this is a big game, right? On Saturday at the Bernabeu. It's going to be a good one. I'm super excited, and it's the match that's right before the international break. So it's definitely important that we keep the form that we've been on. We haven't lost. We've collected 3 points in each of the opening games, and we haven't conceded a goal yet. I'd like for that to continue. Mallorca got to hold smoke. So let's see what Xabi Alonso has to say. I hope that the journalists asked him better questions than what we've seen over the last couple of weeks, because I feel like the one against Osasuna was whack, but the one against Oviedo was solid, right? But look, big up to everybody that's in here. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and let me know what you're saying for this match. Let me see who's in here. Big up Omar. What's good, bro? Yes, G. Ronaldo. Sorry. Yeah, now look, big up to Ronaldinho Skiller. Yeah, Rodrygo is staying. I saw yesterday, after the Champions League draw was posted, he put for number 16. Why would he say that if he wasn't going to be here to fight for number 16? So, yeah, Rodrygo is going nowhere. The Mumbai Neymar, the Bangladeshian Messi is here to stay. And we're going to cook this season. Trust me. Yo, Santiago, what's good, bro? Vini is starting. If you watch my match preview, and if you look at the predicted 11 that I build, then you'll see like what I'm thinking for that game. Harvey, what's good, my guy? Big up Cartman. Big up to Joshua. Holla Madrid. Come on, broski. Let me see. What was a trash joke? Did I make a joke that was trash? Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my goodness me. People, make sure that you guys run the likes up. Let's get to at least 50 likes early here, right? I know we can do that. Let's aim for 100 by the time the stream ends. We'll probably only go for like an hour. And then, you know, we're going to have football chaos later, which is going to be a madness with the Champions League draw. And then also with the games this weekend. It should be super interesting. Yo, big up to my guy Sensei and my guy Touchline. What's going on, people? Okay, let's actually not waste too much time because there is a lot that we got to get into, right? I kind of peeked already to see what the topics were a bit, just so I could know what player to add on the thumbnail. I saw a question about Vinicius. I threw Vini on the thumbnail, right? But the main quote that they're focusing on, Xabi Alonso saying we want to finish on a high before the break. I agree. Who the hell wants to go into the international break off of an L? Imagine your team loses their game and then you don't see another match for 2 weeks. That's bad vibes. So, yeah, look, we're in a title race already, and I'm not trying to be the first team that drops points. I told you guys in the match preview, we don't consider Atleti a serious club. So what they're doing at the moment should not surprise anyone. But when I'm looking at Barcelona, they've been perfect so far. We've been perfect. We cannot drop before them, even though I think our start to the season is a lot harder than theirs heading into that El Clasico around the 10th or 11th match of the season. So, yeah, look, I agree with them. Big up Xabi Alonso. Yo, my guy, what's going on, bro? Let me see. Big up Carnage. Just feel like I'm what? Oh, just feel like I'm vibing on Current Smoke these days. The vibes you bring to your podcast. Bro, I appreciate that, my G. I'm trying to have energy for you guys. Sometimes I be tired, but the show must go on. Come on, my guy. Big up. Do you think that Rodrygo is going to start this match? Initially, I was thinking that Rodrygo may be starting against Mallorca because I thought he had a decent performance, especially in that first half. But then Vini comes off the bench, gets a goal, gets an assist, one of his best performances that we've seen for a while. I just have a feeling that Vini will be back in that 11. But Well, whatever the guy decides. I mean, look, in Xabi, we trust, right? Yo, Danny, what's good, bro? Membership badge looks so tough next to your name. Come on, my guy. What tattoos do I have? Okay. I have... So, okay. Fuck it. I'll show you guys a bit. So, I have, obviously, this one, right? The quarter sleeve. Then I also have this one right here, right? And then I have, like, my chest. So, not that many. But I do want more. Like, but that shit hurts, chat. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Tattoos hurt like a bitch. I remember when I got my chest done, because I was a lot skinnier back then. You know what I'm saying? I put on some weight since my chest tattoo, but like he was fucking shading, and like, bro, I felt like I was about to pass out. I'm not gonna even lie. I felt like I was gonna pass out. But yeah, don't get tattoos if your pain tolerance can't take it, because it's not the outlining that hurts you. It's the shading. Like when they're making it dark and shit, like, oh my goodness me. Let me see. Man said my ADHD brain needs this energy. I can't watch other YouTubers and podcasters anymore. Now look, Jacob, I appreciate you, bro. Real one. Yeah, you know, some people say, oh, how come you're always screaming? I'm like, bro, I'm not screaming. I'm just fucking talking. Like, this is just how I talk. Like, I'm a loud person at times. And I feel comfortable, right? So it's like, nah, but I appreciate that though, Jacob. Will ain't gonna cower it out and get put to sleep for do you know how much it costs to get anesthesia for tattoos, brother? I can't afford that. Do you? That is for celebrities and like millionaires, bro. Do you know how much anesthesia costs? That shit costs a lot of bread to get put to sleep while your tattoo is being done. Bro, that's running you like 10, 20,000 bucks. That shit is crazy expensive. To be fair, though, if I had the money, I probably would do it, though. Just so I could just get like everything that I want at one time. And I just wake up and it's just done. I'm not gonna lie, Sensei. I'm be honest, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. None for you. Yeah, I mean, look, tattoos aren't for everybody. You feel me? Like, if you like them, then, you know, get them. But if not, yeah, nah, I get you. My mom don't like them. But, you know, like what mom does. She's an immigrant, bro. Immigrants do not like tattoos. They don't like ear piercings, all that, bro. I did both. Yo, big up to my guy, Dally. Face tats? Nah. I don't know about that, boss. I still got to work a regular job. You feel me? But if I was a millionaire, why not? You know what I'm saying? Maybe get something right. Nah, I probably would never get a face tat, bro. My mom might disown me. I'm gonna be real. Nah, but big up Dally. Come on, my bro. Will you be on Chaos later? I forgot to put ice in my cup. Now I'm drinking room temperature water. I don't like room temperature water like that. I like my water to be ice cold, chat. Get a tattoo if we win the UCL this season? Nah. Carnage, Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah? Who the fuck is that?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
I have no idea what that means, bro. I don't know. Yo, Hala Madrid, come on, bro. Let me see. I was watching the Matrix podcast and immediately joined. The whole stuff became lively. Yeah, look, man, big up to my guy, Football Matrix. Make sure that you subscribe to him. The funniest Madrid YouTuber that I know, bro. Super underrated. Let's get a couple more chats in, then we're gonna go through this press conference. Yeah, I don't know what this is, bro. Like, fuck, like, who's Conrad and Jeremiah? Who is that? Are those the guys from Love Island? I've heard about Jeremiah, right? It's got to be the Love Island guys. I didn't watch the show, so I don't have no context to this question, but is that what you're talking about? Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah? What the fuck is that? Bro, you over here got me like thinking, like, I don't know. Like, Sensei, literally, bro. Like, that's all that I know about. Do you like Love Island, Dally? My girl watches it, but I tried to watch it, but I think she was on like episode like 20 or something. And like, I remember I tried to sit down to watch it because I'm like, all right, I see it on TikTok. Like, what's the hype? I was so confused, bro. And then I kept asking her questions. And then I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Like, the fact that I got to ask like all these questions, it is crazy. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Huda is kind of mid. She is kind of mid. But you know the thing is, though, you know what I'm saying? People just love a light-skinned, girl. Like, let's be real, right? Like, if you a light-skinned girl, look racially ambiguous, people do tend to gas you up, right? But yeah, I think she definitely is overhyped. But, again, I don't really care. But that's okay, though. Yo, chat. Let's get back into this press conference. So, yeah, look, they focused on him saying we want to finish on a high before the break. Okay, so Xabi Alonso spoke in the press room at Real Madrid City and discussed the team's next game against Mallorca on match day 3 of La Liga. The coach had this to say: we want to finish this first block of the 3 matches, almost the last phase of our preparations. By improving, we took a step forward against Oviedo, and we want to take another one against Mallorca. By competing, winning, and performing well at home, we want people to like the team and for us to like it too, so that we can end on a high note before the international break. Okay. All right, chat. Let's lock in. So first question they asked him was on the racismo that man like Vinicius, and I think they said Mbappe as well, were getting against Oviedo. And by the way, the nerve of those Oviedo fans. Real Madrid literally saved that club from poverty, bro. They were about to go bankrupt, and Madrid donated money to them about 12 years ago. They should be showing some respect. These absolute frauds. Anyways, he says, wherever we go, we expect to have a competitive atmosphere and to be able to respond to the circumstances. There are always unpleasant episodes at some grounds. When there are racist attitudes, the competent bodies have to step in, but we have to focus on the job on the pitch, which is the most important thing. I agree, right? There's only one black player that deserves the racismo, okay? And he's goalkeeper for Manchester United. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, by the way, right? Nobody deserves that. But that guy is an absolute bum. So I get it, right? Big up to Rance. But anyways, I mean, I already said what I think should happen when there's these racismo allegations or chants and, like if there's proof that players are being abused, right? Like if your fans get caught being racist, I think, right, they should be given 2 warnings. You know how they can put up on the monitors around the screen, like, yo, stop doing this, blah, blah, blah. You can get an announcement out there on the loudspeaker as well. If you continue to do it, I think 3 points should be taken away from you if you win that game. That's just how it should go. If you are on camera getting caught being racist, you get 0 points from that match. If your fans won't stop doing it. That's the best way to get rid of that, because nobody's going to be racist because you don't want your team to drop 3 points. Just give them the loss. It's like that's the only way that it's ever going to stop. Anyways, the Champions League draw. By the way, big up to everybody that was watching that, and shout out to everybody that did click on to the reaction of our group that I dropped. But he says the group is demanding but also motivating because of the opposition. Traveling to Kazakhstan is a bit of a special condition. We'll have to see where we fit into the competition. It's something exceptional. We have to take the best logistical arrangements possible. I mean, look, it's like I said, from the group that we have, it could have been a lot worse. I don't think we have this big challenging league phase of the UCL. The only team that I'm really saying, okay, if we drop points, I'm kind of, not going to be that surprised, is against Liverpool. Every other team, I mean, we should be beating them. Now, that game in Kazakhstan, hopefully that's like the last match in January, because I want to be going into that match already prepared for the knockout rounds, right? Already qualified, already locked in for top 8. I would like to play nothing but the kids and the backups for that match. So hopefully that's not super early in the UCL phase. Definitely don't want to see that match being like the second or first one. I would like to get that last. It's not an 18-hour flight, brother. It's a 9-hour flight for Madrid. But if you're a fan that's going, it'll be a 12-hour flight, because no flight for a fan just goes directly there from Madrid. It has to make a stop in another country, and then it goes to that place. But Madrid are going to have a straight flight there. It'll be 9 hours. Like, let's not overdo it. Come on, Carmen. It's not 18 hours, bro. Whoever's in charge of La Liga must be fired. I think it's Tebas that's the president. And I know a lot of people want him out because, yeah, I think he's not doing the best job running the league so far. Just being honest. Borat FC. Why do I feel like this is a joke that I'm not understanding? Oh, my days. Nah, this is an L for me. Nah, I'm not going to be able to do any games on Sunday, bro. The only watch-along that I'm doing this weekend is Real Madrid, Mallorca. Sunday's a very busy day for me. I have some family stuff going on. If not, you guys know, we would have did Arsenal, Liverpool on the second channel, and we would have done Barca, Rayo Vallecano versus Barca hate-along on this channel, but I'm just not going to be able to, which sucks, but it's okay, guys. Man said you made me laugh even though I'm black. Yeah, look, bro, we can't be sensitive on this channel. It's no sensitivity here, bro. I mean, I did hear that Serie A is really bad, though, when it comes to, like the racismo, to be honest. I mean, that's true, but maybe you can do points reduction. Like, so for that game, you automatically hold 0 points and you get a 5-game stadium ban where fans can't come. That's how I view it, broski. But let's keep it going. What else did they ask him? On Danny Ceballos, he's not going to slate. He's going to say, oh, Ceballos is an important member of the team and he has a role to play. He's a professional. His teammates like him. Brother, Ceballos, this guy needs to leave this club immediately, bro. Every summer, we got to hear about some transfer saga with this guy. Like, it's actually jarring how Danny Ceballos always twerks for a move away and then ends up deciding to stay. Like, brother, you're not that guy. If you don't want to be here, just leave. He says, I spoke to him. Nothing has changed. He stayed here, and he's just another member of the squad. I'm glad he's here. The details of what has happened are best left to him, but it looks like the decision is final. He'll continue to have the same role he was going to have. It doesn't change my view of him. Yeah, so basically, bruv, you're holding bench. That's what he said. You're holding bench. Valverde says he's looking very good. He's a crucial player for us on a day-to-day basis because of his leadership, which he shows on the pitch. Because of the way he inspires those around him, he's doing really well. Both the initial contact at the Club World Cup was good, and now he's still doing well. He can adapt to any kind of game, and he's adapting well. We've only had a short time, but I'm very pleased with him. Now, look, man, W. Danny Ceballos, bro. Yeah, bro, it's just super annoying. Like, a player of Ceballos' level should be thanking God that he's at Real Madrid, right? He should be thanking just whatever he believes in, the fact that he's able to play for us. And every summer, this guy, oh, is he going to Betis? Is he leaving the club? And then he stays. It's like, come on, bro. I don't think Ceballos is that bad as a squad player. I just find him very jarring. That's just what it is. Because, again, you're not good enough for us to always have to worry about whether you're staying or leaving. Like, that's how I view it. Yo, chat, make sure you guys run those likes up. Come on, people. Let's get as many likes as possible. Perez must be in charge of La Liga and Madrid at the same time. He will do better. That could never happen. You can't have the president of Real Madrid also being the president of La Liga. Nah, that can't happen, bro. That would be madness. Keep it going, though, chat. Vini Jr. Let me see. I'm very happy with Vinicius. I said it the other day after the game against Oviedo. He showed he can have a good impact from the bench. What I want is for him to have a fantastic season. We're just starting. Everyone is important, and everything he's done for Madrid and for everything we want him to do this season, he's going to be a crucial player. I agree with that. Vinicius will be back to his best form. Trust me, chat. On replacing Vini, he says, our dressing room has 25 players from the first team and some who have come from the Castilla team. The most important thing is the feeling of the team, that everyone feels that they are there to contribute and that they will have their moment. To be able to contribute from another place when it's not your turn, that cohesion and believing in it, okay, is really fundamental. When there is that cohesion and the team spirit, it's very important. Everyone is a crucial part of it. Within that group, Vini Jr. is important, Valverde is important, and Courtois is important. They're all relevant. Why do I feel like that answer was just waffling? I don't even know what he just basically said that everybody's important. That's what I've taken from that. Man said everybody's important. Okay, fair enough. I agree. So, I mean, look, I think Vinicius will be impactful this season. There's no way that he's going to be as bad as he was last season. There's just no way. I mean, look, Florentino Perez is like, what, 79 years old? He's towards the end, right? I don't think, we can expect the same ruthlessness that he would have had maybe 10 years ago, right? I think Perez isn't as aggressive as he is or as he was, but, I don't really blame him, bro. Because I don't think Ceballos as a squad player is a bad player to have. Yeah, that was a PR answer. But at the same time, though, right? Like, if you're the manager, you have to play the game, right? You're not going to throw your players underneath the bus and then you end up losing the locker room, right? Or, then the players turn on you because you've been talking shit about them. Like, not everybody's going to be Jose Mourinho. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he's the special one, because not everybody can do what he does, right? Not everybody has the CV to talk the way that he does. So I get it, right? Because maybe Xabi could be thinking, I do want Ceballos to leave, but he can't say that, right? Again, you just got to manage the squad morale. So I get it. We need Vini to cook. Yeah, I think when we play Liverpool, depending on what injuries are in our squad and whatnot, who's available, I am leaning towards Vinicius starting that game. Because with that high line that Liverpool like to play, and then with Kai Sanat at right back, man like Jeremy Frimpong, Vinicius should cook. Oh, my days. Vini and Mbappe should be looking at that Liverpool game with fucking so much joy. I'm telling you, Liverpool do not look that good. Now, if they end up signing Mark Guehi, then okay, right? We can have a different conversation. But now, Liverpool looks suspect so far. I hope Perez becomes La Liga president when he leaves. Nah, I think Perez is done, bro. After these next 4 years, because he's only going to be Madrid's president for another 4 years, and then he's retiring, bro. In 4 years, he'll be like 82, 83 years old. Do you know the average life expectancy is like about that? I don't think Perez should be doing nothing else but spending time with his family and coming to Madrid games so that we can applaud him at home. Aside from that, brother just needs to chill, man. Let me see. Wait, Will, he said he showed he can be very good off the bench. Does that mean he's using him more often from there? I mean, that could be one way to look at it, Omar. I think how I'm interpreting this is he's basically saying that he can play off the bench when needed, right? In terms of depending on which games we're heading into, sometimes Rodrygo's going to start, sometimes Vinicius will. Like, that's kind of how I'm taking it. Like I said yesterday, I'm new to football, but I already see this obsession that Barca have with Real Madrid. But why? So, in my opinion, Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world. Barcelona are about the second biggest club in the world. They can definitely make that argument. We are bitter rivals. So now, right, because we've won more UCLs, we've won more La Ligas, we've won more Club World Cups, we've won more UEFA Super Cups. The only thing that Barcelona can really brag to us about is the Spanish Super Cup and Copa del Rey. It's just a bit of jealousy. That's all, bro. It's just a bit of jealousy. But obviously, right, the two clubs hate each other for decades upon decades upon decades. Like, that's just how it's always been. There's also some political stuff that impacts why Barca don't get along with Real Madrid, right? Madrid, at one point in time, were seen as the pride of Spain. Real Madrid represented Spain, where back in the day, Barcelona represented Catalonia, and Catalonia tried to break away from Spain. So it's a lot of political stuff. It's also just what's going on the pitch. But look, bro, we're better than them at everything as a club. So they're just a bit jealous. That's all. It's basically like your little brother being jealous of like the big brother, right? Because the big brother is, bigger. He's better at the moment because he's bigger and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. Barcelona builds, Madrid buys. Funny thing about that, Morton, is that Barcelona in the last 10 years have spent more money than Real Madrid. Funny how that works. I don't think we're going to be the same without Florentino Perez. The year that Perez leaves, I do expect us to have a drop-off for like 2 years. Now, when I say drop-off, I'm not saying that we're going to be shit. We're never going to be shit. But I think it's going to be like a 2-year period where it's not going to look as good as it has been. When you have the greatest president of all time in sports history leave, you're going to feel the effects of that. It's going to be like when Ronaldo left. We were shit in 18-19 after CR7 left. You have one of the best players of all time leaving your club. There's going to be a natural decline. And then we got to just build ourselves back up. But whoever the next president is going to be is going to have a very, very hard job on his hands. Very hard job. Because the expectations and the standards that have been set. I mean, look, anybody that's running for Real Madrid president already knows what he has to do. But yeah, I definitely don't expect us to just be amazing after Perez leaves. We're going to 100% feel the effects of it. Let's see. I mean, that's true. Barca have not won a Champions League. And funny enough, my first year ever watching football, Barca won the UCL. I remember that. Barca versus Juve. Haven't seen them win it since. Long may that continue. Please stop talking about Barca, brother. I could talk about whatever the fuck I want on my channel. You mad? Like, what, you drunk? Do you know where you at, bro? Must be confused. Man is in here asking for me to stop talking about something. Brother, I might just talk about Barca for the next hour now because you said something like this. Hold that. Stinky decisions will be made when... Yes, there will be weird decisions that are made when Perez leaves because we don't know what the next president's vision is going to be. We don't know. So that's going to be a very sad day, bro. Barcelona is terrible at buying. Took them over it. Bro, look, when it comes to Barcelona in the Champions League, this is all that... Look, this just sums up Barca in the UCL.
So we don't have the capacity.
You don't have the capacity, bruv. Real Madrid's Rafael Nadal, the tennis player. Why the fuck? Do you know how hard it is to become the president of Real Madrid, bro? Rafael Nadal's not becoming no fucking president of Real Madrid, bro. Tell that man to stick to tennis, bro. What are we talking about here? But yeah, as of right now, we don't know who's going to be the next president. But I do expect a slight drop-off when Perez leaves. It's just natural. Like, we're going to feel the effects of Perez no longer being our president. And everybody that's cursed this man and said that, you know, he's not doing a good job is crazy. And they'll see. They'll see, bro. But, okay, next question was plans for Camavinga. Now, this is what I'm interested about because I think Camavinga is going to cook this season if he could stay fit. Unfortunately, Camavinga over the last 18 months has been made out of glass. Man can't stay fit to save his life. But I think in terms of his profile, his ability, I think he fits perfectly with what Xabi Alonso wants to do. But Xabi says, I'm looking forward to having him back. I've been close to him, but not with the type of continuity that he would have liked and that I want. But he's going to bring us a lot because he has a lot of qualities of a modern football player. He's dynamic with good quality. He's going to have his place. And you can see that he is very much loved by his teammates. Within the dynamic of the dressing room and the group, he brings a lot of cohesion between the different players, and that's also important. Yeah, look, I'm going to need Camavinga to be back after this international break, bro. I'm going to be honest. I need this man to be fit. Camavinga in that midfield, I'm telling you, last season, he was shit. I think he's going to bounce back for sure. Okay, they ask him about Dean Huijsen. He says, everyone has to do everything. It's pretty clear that he gives us some very important things. That pause from the defensive back line, knowing how to find the intermediate and long pass. He has this great quality. That's why he's an important and strategic signing for the club. Then we have to complement the pieces. The better we link the different lines, the more balance we'll have, and that will help us to be more stable in our performances. Huijsen and how we link in the next one up with the... What the fuck is he talking about? This had to be typed wrong. What the fuck? Why am I struggling to read this? Huijsen and how we link the next one up with Dean. For me, that's going to be very important if we want him to play with the back line. We'll be missing out on the midfield where he has to be involved. What the fuck is he talking about? Huh? What is he talking about? Am I crazy? What is my manager waffling about? This answer makes no sense. There has to be a typo in here or something. What is he talking about? Bro, if they ask you about Huijsen, this is what Xabi should have said. Huijsen is a phenomenal player. He has great defensive qualities, but on the ball, his passing is amazing. The way that he's able to bring calmness to that back line when playing out from the back, the way that he's able to find, the attacking players with his long-range passing, his intermediate passing. Huijsen is an important player for us because strategically, he allows us to do different things. That's all you had to say. What is he waffling about? Man said, read it in Spanish. Bro, you think I speak Spanish? I mean, to be fair, I did take Spanish in school for like 10 years, but I never paid attention. So I only know a few things in Spanish, right? Like apple juice, right? Like jugo de manzana. Yeah. Papas fritas. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Hold on. I fucking love this clip. I'm going to have to download this clip. Bruv wants me to speak Spanish. This is how I'm going to be sounding on stream. I absolutely love this Kevin Hart clip, bro. Hold on.
Buenas noches, días. 7, 8. Me llamo Kevin y tú. ¿Dónde Esteban? ¿Cómo se dice?
Hey, look, bro. Shit. You want me to do a press conference? In Spanish, that's how I'd be sounding, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, nah, that is just complete waffle. We're gonna just move on from that one. I have no idea what Blood is talking about. I'm gonna be honest. Let me see. What are you guys saying, man? Look, W chat, bro. W chat, man. Make sure you guys keep smashing that like button, people. Let's try and get to 100 likes. Over 100 of you guys are in here. Don't move like Gavi. Don't move like Lewandowski trying to chase a through ball, okay? Move like the ballers, right? Move like Mbappe. Move like Vinicius against Oviedo. Move like Arda Güler since this season has started. Yeah, move like the ballers. Why am I being added in this WhatsApp chat? Leave me alone. I'm on stream. Unpopular opinion, I feel Camavinga will be better in that hybrid role than Tchouaméni. No, I don't agree. I don't view Camavinga as a 6. I view Camavinga as an 8 because of how good on the ball he is. Camavinga is arguably our best ball progressor in the team. So I think to limit him to just mainly a defensive role would take away from his qualities. I think as of right now, Tchouaméni is irreplaceable in this 11. He has been phenomenal. I tried to tell you guys about Tchouaméni even when he was playing like shit. He is an absolute monster, one of the best DMs in the world. But no, I don't think Camavinga in his role gets the best out of him. Like Tchouaméni is a destroyer. Him in that role is perfect. Camavinga needs to be a player that has a little bit more freedom in terms of with the ball. Camavinga is still the best slide tackler in all of Europe. Let me see. Barca almost bankrupt themselves. They're back in the building. They can't match Madrid's mafia income. I mean, if that makes you feel better, Morton.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
This ain't American waffle, bruv. Bro, people don't understand, man. The tattoos hurt like a motherfucker, especially when you're skinny, because that needle is just touching straight bone, it feel like. But they tough, though. You know what I'm saying? They tough. They're tough. Yeah, nah, AI definitely had to type that answer for the Dean Housing question because, like, what the fuck? Man said that just cost 3 people their jobs. Furman news? I'm not going to talk about anything Barca related on this one, like any news. We'll talk about whatever the fuck going on with Feminine Lopez on Football Chaos later. So make sure that you guys are there for them. Good night days? I'm a bit confused on what you're saying. Wait, what? Understand Chelsea are closing in on Feminine Lopez. Deal with Barca. Here we go. So, no fucking way. No way. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it really right now. I just want to see. Because if you're saying here we go soon, then Fabrizio posted this. Let me see. Where are you seeing that at? Don't lie to me, bro. Fabrizio didn't post about that. Or did he drop a YouTube video? Yeah, look, Camavinga is an 8, bro. You see, Sensei? This is why come on, see, this is why you're my guy. We're on the same wavelength here. Yeah, he is a number 8. He's too good on the ball. Now, if Tchouaméni is injured or needs to be rested, then yes, Camavinga can do a very good job as a number 6. But I think to get the best out of him, he should primarily be played as an 8, as a CM. Nah, this is not Madrid hype, actually. This is a new thing where we just focus on the press conference for this stream. Unless like some breaking news happens, then nah, this is a bit different. Like this is why the thumbnail looks different. The fucking overlay looks different. I think Jude will be available for El Clasico. Yeah, I do. He might only be coming back like a game or two before that. But yeah, having Jude for El Clasico, even if he's coming off the bench, is going to be a big boost. I kind of want to see Valverde back in right wing. No. I mean, maybe, depending on the game plan, but no. I would not prefer to see Valverde back. Even though Valverde at right wing under Zidane, he didn't look too bad at times. Man said, investigate Chelsea. Bro, they should have been signing Piero Hincapi. Instead, they got Garnacho, and now they're twerking for Fermin Lopez. Like, what the fuck? You need a center back, bro. I don't understand what exactly they're trying to do here. I think Camo will be better in Xabi's system than Valverde. I mean, we'll see, bro. Valverde is super important, so that's actually a big shout. That's a big shout, bro. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Camavinga has a long way to go before he's seen as more important to Xabi Alonso. But let's keep going, chat. So Rodrygo's positioning. He says he's done it in different positions. I remember seeing him at 9 and 10 as well. Last year, he played on the right, but I think it's a very good position for him on the outside left. Playing together, looking for one-on-ones, giving Kanutuit, I can't pronounce that word, to the game after a few games where he had not played too much. It was important for him to feel part of the team's dynamic. That's good news. You know, I actually think that Rodrygo would do well as a false 9/10 as well. I think he can play that role, but I mean, he prefers to be on the left. So, you know, it is what it is. Starters against Mallorca. He says, if I tell you what I'm going to do, it wouldn't be very wise of me. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I mean, hey, look, I can't blame the journalists for trying. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame the journalists for trying, but if you guys want to know what I think Xabi's going to do, you got to watch that match preview that I dropped yesterday. Come on, people. But yeah, like what? Did the journalists expect him to list out the tactics in the 11 on Friday? The fuck? Again, I don't believe it is, though. Madridistas in the Spain squad. You know, I didn't even look at who got called up. I mean, obviously, Dean Housen's in there. Has to be. Is Alvaro Correas there? I don't know. But he says, things go in periods. Luis de la Fuente decides which players to call up, and I respect that. Hopefully, in the future, we can bring in more players because it'll be good for us and for the national team as well. I'm glad that Carvajal is back in the national teams. Oh, yeah, shit. Carvajal would get called back. Yeah, of course he would. Duh. Is the squad closed? Probably. Or my fault. De La Fuente. Whatever. Probably. Yeah, bro. That don't make me feel too good, big man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but we kind of already knew it was gonna be close, right? He says probably, but I don't want to get caught out before it closes. We're always on the lookout, but let's wait and see what. Bro, I think we need to go make a last-minute bid for Saliba. This guy, Arsenal are about to spend 60 million on Piero Hincapi, a center back. 60 million, while they have Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba. Go make an offer for Saliba, bro. Do not let this window close, because I have a bad feeling that this guy will end up signing a contract extension. And if that contract does not have a release clause, it's over, bro. We're not going to get him. So I don't get, if they're about to sign a 60 million defender, that's got to be the Saliba replacement. I know I'm probably coping and lying to myself, but one can hope, right? And then the last question on Thiago Pitart. Yo, I want to see this kid play. Everybody hypes him up. They've said that he's a mix of Vitinha and Pedri in the midfield. Well, I would like to fucking see it. I don't want to be told about it. I want to see it. But let's see what he says. for me personally, I think Thiago Pitart should be higher in the pecking order than Danny Ceballos. Hopefully he gets some minutes against Mallorca. He says, I didn't know him too well. When he started training with us, I liked him virtually from the first day. He has a lot of dynamism, very good energy. He knows how to play between the lines. In the training games against Leganes, he came on and did very well in the second line and scored. He's already done this with Castilla in preseason. He's helping us now that Bellingham and Camavinga are missing in training. Knowing that we can use those players from Castilla in training is helping us. And Thiago has a very good attitude too. Like many of the lads who come from La Fabrica, he'll be called up again. You know what's crazy? I already told you guys, I think that Xabi Alonso is going to be known as that manager that brings the youth team back into the first team. So I think Thiago Pitart will definitely get his opportunities. But yeah, what are you guys saying about the press conference for this Mallorca match? I actually think it was decent. You're not going to see 45 minutes of Pitart. No, I cannot see that happening. You must not know that we are Arsenal. We're always trying to make our defense better. Yeah, but 60 million for a player to be a backup, I mean, I guess, right? If you say so, okay. I feel like everyone is coming for our right back. He's not getting picked for England. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. It's a good thing that Trent didn't get called up. That means he gets more time to rest. Think Camavinga can be a really good deep line playmaker? No, Camavinga does not have the passing range to be a deep line playmaker. Camavinga can play deep, right? Like he can receive it from the back line and then progress it up the pitch. But deep line playmaker, I'm not too sure about that. I wanted Piero Hincapié. I did. I remember when we got linked to Xabi Alonso. I said it on multiple streams. When we were linked to Florian Wirtz, I said, bro, fuck Florian Wirtz. If I can sign one player from Leverkusen, get me Piero Hincapié. But that's before we got Dean, who's a left-sided center back. But nah, Hincapié's a baller. That's a very good signing for Arsenal. But it's weird because, like, so he's joining Arsenal to hold bench? Yeah, I think it was decent. Aside from that Dean question, I think Xabi's had a stinker there. Or whoever translated that and put it into the website had an absolute stinker. Let's see. Let Trent rest. He needs to lock down his spot in Madrid. He's barely a right back, and England have plenty of backups to try out. Yeah, look, fair enough. I hope Thiago gets minutes, but I don't know if Ceballos is still here. Yeah, I mean, that's true. What I'm more worried about is when Camavinga comes back. I feel like that's going to kind of, be the end of Thiago right now in terms of getting minutes. But yeah, like there's no reason for Ceballos to play if Thiago is here. Let's see what he can do. We know what Ceballos will give us. This Thiago kid has very good potential. Let's see. Hincapié would have been good. But now that we have Dean Huijsen, and he is more so a left-sided center back, but can also play at left back. And we literally addressed those two areas. So I don't know. But look, here's the squad for the Mallorca match. So the goalkeepers that we... Hold on, let me actually... Where is... All right, yeah. So goalkeepers, we got Courtois, Lunin, Sergio Mestre. The defense, we have Carvajal, Eder Militao, David Alaba, Trent, Raul Asensio, Alvaro Carreras, Fran Garcia, Rudiger, and Huijsen. The midfield, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Arda, Ceballos, Thiago. Please let Thiago play tomorrow. And then in the attack, Vini, Mbappe, Rodrygo, Gonzalo, Brahim, and Mastantuono, a.k.a. Slim Shady. All right, I'll do a couple more questions, then we'll dip once we get to like the hour mark. I don't want to make this too long, people. Let me see. I think Arsenal are signing Piero because he can replace Saliba or Gabriel if they get injured. I agree. Like, that's a very good player to have. But why would he want to hold bench? Like, that's the thing. There's teams that Piero Hincapié can go to where he can start. That's kind of like where I'm coming from. Yeah, I mean, we definitely have a lot of depth for sure. Like, if everybody was fit, Madrid squad is very good. Let me see. Huh. What's good, bro? Gavi's a bum still. Matter of fact, this is my message for Gavi.
You don't have future here. You don't have future. You can never make it. You are here breathing heavy like a dog. Think about your life. You are a failure. You can never make it. You know you cannot make it. You need to be cutting grass.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Gavi needs to be cutting grass, bro. He's playing left back and MLS is moving into midfield. I mean, Miles Lewis-Skelly is a midfielder, to be fair. So that does make a bit of sense. But at the same time, we've all seen Miles Lewis-Skelly absolutely cook at left back. So for me, Miles Lewis-Skelly is Arsenal's best left back to me. So it's like, why would you not keep him there? Yeah, it's a bit odd, if you ask me, bro. But that's okay. Hold on, wait. Let me just grab this link so that we can raid my guy Zaire. Big up to man like Zaire. We'll send him a raid. So let me just put that in. We'll do a couple more questions, then we gonna dip. All right, hold on. All right, cool. You can never make it. You are a failure. You can never make it. That's what I say to Omar every time I talk to him, bro. I'm gonna be real, man. Oh, do you guys remember this clip? Now, that's a W clip. I can't lie. Whoever made that, goated, man. I'd be forgetting to use that. That's such an OG clip, bro. Like that, yo, I used to run that a lot when I had like fucking 6 of you guys watching these streams. Trent news about him being sold is fake. Yeah, nah, Trent's not going anywhere, bro. Not happening. Trent's not going anywhere. Hold on. Yeah, nah, that clip is so goated. I have a lot of fucking clips that I don't get a chance to use.
You can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it.
He won't.
Hold on.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not. I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, nah, Trent's not going anywhere, people. But yo, look, big up, guys. Big up. I think that we're going to wrap up here, right? We will be back in a couple of hours, or no, not a couple, like 4 hours with Football Chaos. We're going to talk about the UCL draw for Real Madrid, for Barcelona. We're going to look at the matches from this weekend. We'll talk about some Feminine Lopez news, right? We'll cook these Barca frauds. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. So look, big up to your damn selves, right? Make sure you guys smash that like button on your way out. If you guys are not in the Discord, get in the Discord. The link is somewhere in the chat, or you can find it just on the YouTube page. So yeah, get in the fucking Discord, right? This is going to take you guys over to Zaire. Let him know Carnage Raid. All right, people? In a bit. Peace.